All right, about to talk a little Auburn football right here, brought to you by our friends, Brownie, at CraneWorks.
That is right. Elijah McAllister joins us every single week, courtesy of CraneWorks, the big guy for Auburn. Says, look for the big dog when it comes time for CraneWorks and Rental Works. He's on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. Welcome in, Elijah. How are you today?
Great. How y'all doing?
Man, we're doing fantastic. I thought, now some people will scoff at it because Samford is not a name brand, but obviously they're here in our city, and we've watched Chris Hatcher in that offense. It's a really good offense. I don't care if it's FCS, FBS, or whatever. That's a good offense that a lot of people have had a tough time stopping. I thought it was an exceptional defensive performance by your crew Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, everybody knew going in that the quarterback is pretty good, and they have a nice scheme going about them as far as their offensive side of the ball. And we knew, like I talked about previously, we knew we had to build as a defense from the Cal win and continue to build and stack up good performances to our standard, and that's what we did this coming week.
If you're going to play quarterback for Hugh Freeze, you got to be able to run the football. Did you have any idea Peyton Thorne could run it like that, though?
I've heard stories about him at Michigan State breaking off a long run here or there, but I never really knew that he had wheels like that. I mean, he was making some cuts, diving at the pylon. He looked pretty good, and I was excited to see him go out there and throw with efficiency and also run well as well.
I've circled the front seven of Auburn versus that offensive line of Texas A&M as the biggest matchup in this game this week. When you watch them on tape, what impresses you about the Aggies offense and the challenge you guys have coming up this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like this league is all about, up front, offensive, defensive line. So we're just excited for this matchup, this challenge to continue to elevate ourselves as a defense against a formidable opponent in the SEC. Obviously, this offense, they score points. They're efficient. They do well on third down. It's just, a pretty good offense. So we're excited to continue to showcase our stuff because we're a pretty good defense, we feel like, and we just got to put it on tape this week.
Have you watched any last season, before I ask this question, any last season film of them, or has it all been this year?
It's all been this year.
Yeah.
I've just knowing Auburn and, the guys talking about the game last year, I kind of took a look at the tape a little bit, just watching from a fan perspective, not so much from an analytical perspective.
Yeah, the reason I ask, Elijah, is because obviously Bob Petrino is now the offensive coordinator there, and I was just curious if you could see from year to year how much that offense has changed with him calling plays versus Jimbo Fisher calling plays.
Yeah, I don't really know because, like I said, I didn't really look at it from a analytical perspective when I was watching the game from last year. I kind of just heard about the game last year and the guys who played in it, and I was just kind of watching just to get a feel for, the vibe pretty much and how it was.
Hey, when you watch film on Miami, and that was a game A&M was up 17-7, and obviously a tough place to play there at Hard Rock. But when I was watching the game, it looked like Miami was actually the faster team. I don't know if that jumped out to you on film because normally SEC speed, outclasses all other speed, but it looked like Miami was a faster team.
Yeah, Miami looked really good on both sides of the ball and all phases. Just watching their tape, obviously they ended up getting a win, and it was nice to continue to just cut up film and kind of learn from what they did well in that game and what they didn't do well, so that we can kind of take it into this week in a way. But yeah, they looked athletic, they looked fast. I got a couple homeboys that play on that team, so I knew that they're an athletic team, and they usually get high level recruits as well. So
it doesn't feel like Jarquez Hunter has really shaken the rust off yet, not back to his usual self. As a veteran, as a captain of this team, I know he's on the offensive side of the ball, but have any of you guys been offering him encouragement, hang in there? Tell me about how that works inside the locker room when a guy's skill set is up here, but maybe the production level's not hitting that yet.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head as a leader and as a captain. You kind of accept this role to continue to, do everything you can in your power to elevate the guys around you, whether that's offense, defense, special teams. And everybody knows in this locker room what each individual guy is capable of. And anytime you feel as if they're not playing to that standard or that level, then you want to be able to do everything you can to help elevate them, whether that's having a conversation in the locker room one-on-one, whether that's talking amongst coaches with the coach, trying to figure out what's best fit. And, everybody on this team is still searching for that higher level performance, because I don't think we even reached our higher standard on any side of the ball from any account, anybody. So.
You guys are one of only 39 teams left in the FBS after 3 weeks that are unbeaten. where's the confidence level of this team as you jump into SEC play? It's got to be better now than, say, before the first game, right?
Yeah, I mean, wins are hard to come by no matter how you look at it and who you play and whatnot. I mean, it's football. Any given Sunday, any given Saturday, you know what the term is. It's hard to come by wins, and we're 3-0, and we're excited about that. But we also know our goal every week is go 1-0. So 3-0, we're here, but that's in the past, and we're looking forward to this week going 1-0, and then we'll go from there.
Elijah McAllister with us each week, courtesy of CraneWorks. The big guy says check out the big dog for CraneWorks and RentalWorks. He's on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. If I am not mistaken, you were not part of the 2020 Vanderbilt trip to Texas A&M, so I don't believe you've played in this stadium. What have you heard about? It gets labeled as a difficult place to play. Most SEC places are. What have you heard about playing in this stadium?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it's a wild place. Obviously, they sell out, and they have a good culture, football culture there where fans really enjoy being there, and they love their football. And it's SEC, so you know how that's going to be, and it's the first SEC game for them at home, I'm pretty sure, so that'll be fun. I actually was on a trip. I wasn't playing. I was hurt, but I was on a trip, but it was COVID, so I didn't really get a feel for everything. So the small sample size of fans that were there, I still felt like they loved their football and they were passionate about it. So I'm excited to kind of get in that stadium where it's full go and full tilt, and I'm sure it'll be just like, you know, all the great SEC stadiums.
It's a beautiful stadium, though, isn't it?
It's amazing. It's beautiful, actually. Okay.
I know your focus is on Auburn, but did you get an opportunity to watch your former teammates last week? That was a wild fourth quarter. 30 points scored back and forth. You know, not great brands with UNLV and necessarily Vanderbilt, but that was a wild fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, those are my friends and my best friends, some of my friends that I'll be with for the rest of my life. So anytime I can catch a game, I will. So as soon as we got off the field in Sanford and I got a shower and got home, I think it was a little bit of time left in the fourth quarter, so I was able to watch some, at least the end of it. And it was a crazy game. You know, I'm kind of more so watching so that, you know, I can see my friends do well and play the game they love. I don't really watch as a fan anymore, but I still have some love for that program, obviously, because I played there for so long. So obviously it was a tough loss, but it was a fun game to watch.
Blue Jays pitcher Yusei Kikuchi left the game last night with cramps. He said it was because he didn't get his full allotment of sleep. He only slept 11 hours instead of his normal 13 to 14 hours that he sleeps before a game. 11 p.m. to 1 p.m. is his normal sleep. What is normal sleep for you? What's a normal sleep night for you?
11 hours is a little too overboard. I feel like I'll be really sluggish after those 11 hours because I've slept all day, it may seem. I'll probably sleep for anywhere between like 6.5 to 8 hours consistently. 11 hours is a little too much for me, honestly. I'll feel sluggish, but about 6.5 to 8 hours.
Is it hard to sleep before a game?
Not because of nerves, because of excitement. I just get super excited about playing and just being out there and doing what I love, and my family getting to see me play and playing for the best fans in the country. That's kind of why I get excited. So I would say it's a little harder to sleep on a Friday night just because I'm excited to go play something that I love in front of the best fans.
Now, Texas is big barbecue beef. You've lived in Nashville and Auburn. You know we're big barbecue pork here. If you have had both, which one do you like better?
I like both. My dad's a big barbecue beef guy, so I'm with him. He likes barbecue beef, so I guess I'll take a liking to that more because I usually eat it with him. So,
yeah, I do like a beef rib. I mean, you don't get it a lot around here, but I do like a beef rib.
You do not. It's more Texas. I'm a pork guy though. I like that. I like that burnt pork there, man.
I like them both.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna throw either one away, Elijah, but I think.
We're not throwing either one away.
No. I mean, you slide a plate of either one of them in front of me, it's going down. There ain't no doubt. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna go pork.
100%.
Okay. All right, he is Elijah McAllister, presented each week by CraneWorks and RentalWorks. The big guy says, look for the big dog, CraneWorks and RentalWorks. Good luck at College Station, Elijah. We greatly appreciate the time as always.
Thank you very much for having me, as always.